We are back, folks. It's another edition of the Dynasty Football Podcast. At long last, I am your host, John Morrow, joined by my co-host, as always, Dan Bolton. Dan, it's been a couple weeks here, but we're back. We're podding. How are you?
I'm great. It's nice to be back. Hope you had a great break over Thanksgiving there, John, and to all of our listeners and fans. We've heard you loud and clear. We appreciate the nice sentiments and the call outs, the need for the podcast week after week. So we intend to deliver that moving forward. Got to take the week to be with the family and get right back to it this week as we head into the playoffs.
Absolutely, Dan. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's good to see our fans really love the pod and want the pod. Last week was all about family. It was all about turkey. So not much to focus on fantasy wise for me anyways, because it's kind of depressing when I look at my team. But it's really good to see that, people care about the pod and they want the pod. We tried to deliver last night. I'm fighting a cold and everything, but we have a loyal audience on YouTube. I mean, we are YouTubers. Hey guys. But we're here now, and that's what matters. We're going to deliver the best product we can. Tried to get a guest, scheduling conflicts. It's just going to be me and you today, Dan. But let's get right into it. Item one on my list, I kind of need to have a bit of a therapy session for myself because my team kind of sucks right now. Going back, if you go all the way back to week 8, I was playing Sam. I put up 74 points. I then went off against you, which is kind of what you've seen this year. And then week 10, 94, 91, 96, 89. That's been my scores. I mean, scoring has been down in the league, but my team has not been performing. So I need to kind of just go through it. I kind of need to do a little this is kind of me looking in the mirror right now. So my quarterback situation has been just piss poor. Lamar has got to be hurt. He's playing so bad. When I won, I could count on him for 25, 30 a game. He hasn't broken 10 in like 4 weeks. It's a major problem. I'm almost ready to make an announcement, but I'm not quite there yet. We're going to see one more week from Lamar. Jackson darts on by, but he's got to turn around if I have any chance in the playoffs. Jacobs and McCaffrey are great. They're my bell cows. Josh Jacobs is a total bell cow. He hasn't been putting up huge numbers, but I count on him. He's healthy again. So I feel like I can look at him going forward to, potential 20 points in the playoffs. I don't know. McCaffrey, I think, is the best player in the league. Love him. But that's about it for my team. So we go to wide receivers. Puka, awesome. Devontae Adams, I'm fucking sick of you, man. He catches, he has 2 touchdowns a game, I think. They don't throw it to Puka in the red zone, which is wild. He's a great player, but I'm looking at Chase. He gets all these targets, and Puka's just he's a cog in the wheel. It's a great wheel, but he seems to be just a cog right now. That's been bothering me. But my biggest problem is in those wide receiver 2, 3 slots. I got Booty, who I love, Trey Tucker, Quentin Johnson, Chris Godwin. I need 2 of those guys to be everyday players in the playoffs. Tucker's a no. He gets 15 targets a game and 3 catches. He's 4 points a game max. They project him for 10, but losers look at projections. I'm done with Trey Tucker. He's benched. Quentin Johnson has to be the guy. He was a top draft pick, but man, he's not playing great. He had a touchdown last week, but that was it. I think he had like 2 or 3 catches with the tud. Godwin turned it up a bit. So if I'm going to count on my team, I'm going to need Booty, Godwin, Quentin Johnson to do something for me. Because I'm looking at my flex spot. It's weak. Tyrone Tracy just got concussed. I don't know what his situation is. Bam Knight's solid. He should be better. I don't know when is Benson coming back. I don't know. Rashad White, he's pretty much irrelevant now. I traded Aaron Jones, who kind of sucks as well. I'm happy to have Ian's second round pick. And then I got these 2 Packers that have just been sitting there, Jaden Reed and Matthew Golden, who Jaden Reed's been hurt all year, and I think he's made a paper mache. And Golden is a rookie, but I haven't seen much from him. My tight end got hurt. Long story short, man, I'm rattling through my team. I don't feel good about it. I was the most confident guy in the league for the last 2 years, pretty much, and that confidence is all the way down. it's a 1 week. Everyone's 0-0 next week. Some people are out of it. Some people are 0-0. I, but I don't feel good right now. So hopefully my guys can turn it around. But it's not looking good for your boy. So I just needed to say that, and I was hoping I'd feel better after this monologue. I think I feel worse.
Yeah, in terms of riding the wave of momentum, some people are surfing USA, and some people are having the wave crash down on them and take them away. That's you right now. Unfortunately, seems like behind those top two running backs and Puka, I guess you're really hurting for depth there in that wide receiver two range. It's like booty and then a bunch of booty basically. Yeah, let me ask you this. If the Giants were not on bye this week, would you be making the switch? Would we be hearing about a big announcement on this
Yes.
podcast right now?
If the Giants were not on bye, there would be a switch. I think Lamar's hurt. I mean, I just wish they'd put him on IR. Honestly, like he's there's something up with him. Just make my decision easy for me. But I know what's going to happen. Lamar's going to probably put up like 16 versus Ian, and it's going to be like, all right, he's trending up. And then Dart, I forget who he's playing, but he has a good matchup for Week 1 of playoffs. And I'm going to have a decision to make, and I'm not looking forward to it. So I was gonna make an announcement, but cooler heads are prevailing. I'm not going to make that announcement now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. It's hurting me. It's hurting me.
It's
So
rough.
my team, yeah, and like you said about depth, I mean, that's something you have in spades. And I always knew my team was not built on depth, it was built on studs. And when those studs don't perform, you're kind of up a creek without a paddle or whatever that phrase is. So,
Yeah, but
yeah.
there's an interesting dichotomy of all of it. Like I would trade all that depth to be in where you are in the standings versus where I'm at. So
Yep.
that's what Dynasty and Fantasy is all about.
Totally. And you said the standings, Dan. I think you may have prepared something for us. We'll get into our next segment. Um, we're going to talk playoff scenarios. We're going to talk standings. We're going to talk who's doing what, how everything looks. I see you got this lovely presentation for us here. Hopefully that's showing up for our YouTube audience. Dan, if you want to take this away, it looks like we're looking at the standings here.
Yeah, no, I think happy to kind of bring a new element to the podcast here with some enhanced graphics that we'll continue to work on here week after week. But yeah, I wanted to update everybody with after a great week, a lot of matchups coming down to the wire on Monday night. We had three huge matchups that really came down to the fourth quarter of that Patriots
Mm,
Giants game. But you can see here the updated standings. You have these teams here in the playoff picture. All have already received those hat and t-shirts. Sammy didn't just need to squeak out that win versus the Crafts
yep.
to get into the playoffs, but he has secured the number one seed with that. So again, a great win for him there. We had Crony and Spid pulling out a nail biter against Bill at the very end with Andy Borgals missing
Wow.
that field goal that could have been a big comeback from a kicker.
Tough.
So another big game there. And then of course you had Paulie with the early GG to Ian that we saw, and unfortunately he drops there from second all the way, tumbles down to fourth in the standings
Yep.
after that loss. So again, three great matchups there. But again, all teams here that are well into the playoffs. As we move along down in the standings here, you'll see in the Hunt teams, Bill, by way of I think three losses in a row now, has backed his way into the playoffs.
He has.
And he's clinched there. So what we're looking at is four teams battling for two spots. In a minute, we'll get to the playoff scenarios graphic where we'll really be able to break down exactly what's needed. But you can see again, it's Ian and Taffy with the controlling their own destiny path, while Louie and I fight it out in a great battle where we'll be going head to head this weekend. And then quickly, we'll show the teams in the basement here.
Hmm.
No movement at all here. A couple of tough seasons for these guys, but they're building and looking ahead towards the future. So that future could be bright for some
Some are
folks.
building. some of them are building. I'm not sure if all of them are building, but yes, that's a good way to put the tiers too. So I like what you have here. Could you go back one slide? Is that possible? Okay, so this is really what we're focused on right now, right?
This is where it's at. This is the big matchups for this week are all about, who's securing those last two spots. Does Ian and Taffy win and get in? Ian with a big matchup against you, and then Taffy's playing Snee. And then, like I said, if either of those guys falter, the winner out of me and Louie and Robert are in position to secure the spot that they give up.
Right. So Louis needs a lot of help here because he needs you to lose because you have him crushed in points.
Yeah, but we play each other, so whoever wins
right.
out of us two is in good position. And again, we'll get to that. Let's jump right ahead to that.
Yep.
So here you can see again, Ian and Taffy, the top two there, they both control their own destiny. They're in with a win. Now Ian gets in even if he loses, as long as Taffy or I lose. And then Taffy, again, he needs a win, and he only gets in with a loss if both.
Right.
I guess he can't get in with a loss. Now that I'm looking at that, there's no way that me and then me and Louis can both lose because we're playing each other. So Taffy needs a win. That's his only way in.
Wait, is that right? I thought if Taffy loses and you lose, doesn't he beat Louis?
No, he's got fewer points.
He does?
Yep.
Oof,
Yep.
Okay.
So Taffy's only in with a win, out with a loss. And then again, I need one of them two between Ian and Taffy to lose and myself to win. And then if I lose to Louis, he can't overcome Ian, but he can overcome Taffy. So he would need Taffy to lose.
So it sounds like to me the big there's two matchups that are huge. It's going to be me versus Ian, and it's going to be you versus Louis. Those are kind of marquee match. Look at that. You're way ahead of the game, Dan.
Spot on, John. So we look at the matchups of the week this week, and sure enough, it's your matchup and my matchup, really dictating what's going to happen and how the final playoff seedings are going to shake out. Not only who makes it to the playoffs, but how those again seedings and matchups turn out in round one in week 15.
So I wish I had the luxury of knowing what the top of the standings will look like as well, what the bottom of the standings will look like after this week, because I'm looking at my matchup. I need a favorable matchup in week one. And if losing to Ian gets me that favorable matchup, I don't think I can start my guys. So I'm looking at some of the teams that I don't feel are the strongest in the league. Bill's been sliding. I don't think his team is strong. I'd like to play him in week one. And if losing to Ian gets me to that spot, I don't really see a need to start my guys. The problem for me is I don't think I can tell that until the week's going on.
I think that's fair to say. I mean, again, biggest advocate for the autonomy to be able to make your own decision and do what's right for your team. So again, here I am in the position to sort of be at the mercy of it. But again, if I'm you, I'm controlling what I can control, and that's getting the best seeding I can to face whoever shakes out to be the lowest seed team. Again, if you could end up playing Bill or Taffy and really know one of them was locked into a spot and you could get there, by all means. But I don't know that there's a way to, again, as you
What's
look
the
at
Monday night game? What's the Sunday and Monday night game? I'm looking at that right now. Because that'll kind of give me a little bit of potential work there. So Sunday night is Texans Chiefs. I got no one. Monday night Eagles Chargers. I have Quentin Johnson, so basically no one. So I guess I'm looking at it in terms of, do I want to see your team in the playoffs or do I want to see Ian's team in the playoffs? Because that's a factor too. Same thing as last year. Sam had a great team. I played my guys. I let them in. But looking back, and you even said it at the time, you shouldn't have done that. Sam's got too good of a team. Keep him out. So by you telling me to start my guys, are you saying you don't have a good team and you should be in because that's going to help me?
No, because last year you directly were impacted because you were going to be matched up against him the very next week. So you were lined up to play him, and he
Did we
ultimately
know
knocked
that
you
at the
out.
time? I
I
don't
think
think
we
we knew
did.
that.
Well, we knew that he couldn't get above the eighth seed. That was the
Yeah.
highest that he could get to, and you were going for the one seed. So with you winning, it
But
locked
it
you
just
into the
shook
one
out that
seed.
way. I don't think we knew that that was going to be the case. I
It
think
was
after the
much
fact, it was, oh,
I think
now
it
I'm
was
playing him.
much more likely last year than it is this year. Whereas again, this year, I think the best I can do is get into the eighth seed. You can't get to the one seed, and it would be surprising if you fell to the four. So you wouldn't end up being matched up against me until the championship at the very
Right.
earliest. It can shake
I
out
still
however it
need,
shakes out. But
can you, are you able to pull that back up in standings?
yeah, yeah, you want the top of the standings?
I want the top and the middle of the standings. So I'm trying to see here if I'm able to get an idea of if I win. Here, slide that back.
1 second.
Yep. If I win, I'm going to be the 2 seed. That's guaranteed. And I'm guaranteed to play the 7 seed.
Correct.
But I don't know who that 7 seed is going to be. It's going to be one of the 4 teams. Well, it won't be Louis. It won't be. It'll either be you or Ian.
No, it would either be Ian, Taffy, potentially Bill, or Eric.
Right. Okay. There's a lot of unknowns then. There's a lot of unknowns as to who I'm going to be looking at. So do I just play my guys? I think I'm still undecided on it. Because if I sit my guys, I'm pretty much. Well, no, I'm not guaranteeing you're out because all you need is Snee to beat Taffy.
Yeah. Yep.
He has
There's no way to
Jefferson.
lock me out, but I'm relying on Snee to pull one out. Although Snee's team's been looking pretty good
It
of
has.
late.
It has. And another thing to think about is my team is playing so bad. I'm going to start my guys and score 80. So
I might have higher hopes with Snee than with you, to be
there's a
honest.
chance. Honestly, there's a chance. All right. Well, that's good info, Dan. I like the standings. I like the key matchups. I think that's helpful stuff. Um, I'm still undecided. Right now, I have everyone on the bench. I have all my bums in. We're gonna kind of have to. I thought we might come to a resolution here, but I'm almost more confused now than I was. This pod has been a lot of circling around because I thought I was gonna feel better about my team. I feel worse. I thought I was gonna know what I was gonna do week 15. I got no clue. 14. But one thing I know is it's gonna be fun, and it was great. You mentioned just going back. You mentioned Monday night. We had great chatter in the chat. It was fun watching Borgalis miss that field goal. The Poly matchup was great, so good to see everybody sort of in the mix.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of Paulie, he's the one that placed the bet that ended
Yes.
up being 13-1 for the Thanksgiving Day games. Tough pill to swallow there for the league.
So that was 14. So he bet 14 for himself because he had a boost. But looking at it just for the league, it was 14 to win. Was it 2,400?
Something along those lines, yeah.
So it was like 100 something to 1 odds, right?
Yeah.
14 to win 2,400 divided by 14, 171 to 1 odds. And it went 13-1. And man, I felt bad for Larry because Larry gives it his all. We've already called him sharp. But the Lions, man, and I bet the Packers. Like, I mean, I said Lions was never the play. I didn't say it in the chat. I think I said it to you. But
Yeah.
damn, man, he took a stand, but I was
Tough.
wrong.
Real tough. Like you don't wish that on anybody. Again, good thing it was not one of the earlier bets that were like
Yeah.
14 to win like 100K or
Oh
something.
yeah.
So,
But hey, that's
that
nice Christmas money, an extra $170 a pop, or yeah, 100 something a pop. Like that's nice. That would have been
wouldn't have
nice.
hated it. Wouldn't have hated it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, but now we know we're hot. We're right there.
Yep.
We got to keep striking while the iron's hot or whatever they
I
say.
agree. And credit Snee, just a genius pick. Gibbs over yards. I mean, where did he come up with that? That's so smart. Like, where does he come up with that stuff? Like, I don't think he put any thought in that. Best player over. Like, come on, Snee. Give me like I like Taffy's kicking field goals. I think that's an awesome move. It's fun. I also Bill has been doing pass attempts over pass attempts, and he did. I think he picked Dak over pass attempts.
Yeah.
Every single play, it's like chalk one up, chalk one up. They just throw it that's a fun bet. I didn't even know you could bet that. So that's cool. I think everyone's putting in the work, and credit Paulie for bringing the Gibbs rushing yards down to 50. So
Otherwise, we would have been 12-2, right? Yeah.
correct, and Larry would feel a lot better. So actually, come on, Paulie, to do our guy a solid. But tough to see. Very fun. I'm glad we've been doing these bets, so that's good. Dan, we're wrapping up the pod. I mean, any predictions this weekend? We already talked about the key matchups. Let's talk Taffy Snee. Do you predict Taffy getting the win? Do you think Snee has any chance at an upset? I know
I
you're
think
hoping
this
for it.
I think that's the way that I backdoor my way in here. And look out, Sam, next week. I'm coming for you. But I think Taffy, he's sort of his team's run out of gas down the stretch at the end of the season. He's rumbling, tumbling, stumbling, trying to get to the playoffs, but I don't think he
Yep.
does. I think Sneeze due for his second win of the season. He brought Jefferson on. He's got some young guy. He's got a
Oof.
couple other, guys that are starting to show out. I think Sean Tucker. So
Yep.
yeah, good. I think Snee, my guy, my dog from way back when, is gonna pull one out for me this week.
And you got to be happy playing Louis and Mr. Alexanian this week because the Pats are on bye. So you're not going to have to face May. You're not going to have to face that good defense who had a punt return last week. So you must feel confident in your squad.
Yeah, I think I got lucky schedule wise. It's good to in the sense of being able to control my outcome against Louis in the standings. I feel good
Yep.
about that, and it's just a matter of needing one of those other two matchups to shake out my way for me to get in there.
And I'd say for me and Ian's matchup, like if Vegas had like the lines, like you can bet that it would be off right now because we don't know who's playing for me. So that there's too many unknowns. So I'd say it's really hard to know who's going to win, me versus Ian. Right now, Ian's like a 25-point favorite. But if I play my guys, it'll be a lot closer. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Time will tell, but I'm going to be in your ear about it leading up.
I've already heard from Ian as well. So we'll see. Dan, I think this has been a good pod. I mean, I finished. Do you have anything else to say?
I think that's it.
That's it. All right. Well, to our YouTube audience, so happy to be back. We're going to be back. We're going to be back every week throughout the playoffs, even when Dan and I are eliminated after week 1 or not even that for Dan. We'll be back. We're here for you. We're here for the YouTube audience. We are YouTubers. Hey, guys. And until next time, we'll see you on the Dynasty
Dynasty
Football
Football Podcast.
Podcast.